Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. Happy Father's Day to those of you that are celebrating today, whether you're a family, a single dad, a single mom, a fur dad, a fish dad, whatever. Happy Father's Day. I hope you're having a great day. I went to Hurricane Harbor, which is the water park that is attached to, well, you guys can't see it, but there's this hair flying around. Anyway, it's the water park attached to our Six Flags, off of Magic Mountain in California. And it brought back some summer memories of my dad. So I figured it'd be perfect to have a chat with me, video for just cause. But yeah, we met some friends at the park and we were talking about how times have changed and, you know, how different people experience parks, because when I've gone to all the different theme parks that I've vlogged, I've noticed that everybody gets the meal deals or whatever. And I was just reminiscing when I was a teenager, because my parents actually were awesome, and so was my Nana. And my dad was going to nursing school when my family was going through a divorce. He got his nurse's license degree, and he was getting his foot in the door in different places. And for the first couple summers, he worked overnights or 3 to 11 or, you know, crazy shifts. And my dad wasn't the only nurse in our group of friends. You know, their parents, they had nurses as well. And they had different parents on different schedules and stuff. And I was very blessed that the group of friends that I had, our parents trusted us enough that we got to have some of the best summers. And where I was going with it, it's one of my favorite memories of summer with my dad is when my brother with cerebral palsy was placed. We lost access to the van we were using, so my dad bought an A to B van, just so that he could get my brother on weekends or holidays or whatever. And during the week, he loved going to the drive-in because there was less people, and he would pack my friends and I into this big VW hippie van, and and I think we took the back seats out because it had 3 seats, and we would take the back seats out, and it would be all of us. Like, some of us would be on the top and with our pillows and blankets, some of us would be on the front, and we loved it. And like, if it was a horror movie, my dad would like creep around and like try and scare us. And yeah, it was awesome. We had 2 A to B vans, like one each summer that I can remember, and they died by winter because we overheated them or whatever. We didn't keep the best care of them, but oh my gosh. But I was talking to our friends. I said, you know, when Six Flags bought all of the little baby theme parks that had, you know, ours I think was called Storytown in Lake George in upstate New York, and Six Flags bought it. And then the summer that they started doing the season pass, my family was able to get season passes, but they didn't have the meal plans, they didn't have the parking plans, none of that. It was, I think they started off at like $40 for the season, but our season started Memorial Day weekend and went, I want to say, until October 1st, because they hadn't started the Oktoberfest and Fright Fest and all that stuff yet. And when they built the water park, my dad was working overnights. So what he would do is, I was probably 13, 14, and my youngest brother from my mom and dad, not my stepbrother, but my youngest brother. He's 4 years younger than I am. So I would be responsible for him for half the day because my dad would go find a lounge chair. We'd leave all our stuff with him and he'd nap, and sometimes he got lucky and he got one with an umbrella. And he would just nap and relax, and we would just run amok in the theme park. And when we get hot, we'd come back, get our swimsuit, go to the water park. And then some nights, if he didn't have to work and we didn't have my little brother, he was with my mom for, her weekend, and I wanted to stay with my dad and my friends, we would hit the drive-in on the way home. So, we'd be going all day, and then we'd go to the drive-in, and then we'd go home, and I'd have a sleepover. So, it was kind of cool. And then I was talking about how, because we didn't have the meal plan, and we were balling on a budget, I ate so many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches those summers. It's still my go-to. We went to Sesame Place last year, and I got the peanut butter and jelly kids meal because it's the only thing that sounded good. But yeah, we would tailgate. We would leave the park, go eat in the car, and then go back to the park and go for round 2 or 3 or whatever. And then sometimes we would even hit up McDonald's on the way home because there was one McDonald's right before you hit the highway. So, yeah. And then Six Flags, grew, and you could go to New Jersey, and we went to New England, which is in Massachusetts, which is by far my favorite out of all of the Six Flag branches that I've been to. The one that we go to that's near me now is on Magic Mountain in California, and it has potential. I think that they were trying to let it go and just let it die on its own. And since the pandemic, people are trying to find things to do with their kids in the summer, and they started making money again. So whoever is rebranding and marketing and stuff like that, since we renewed our passes in December, and whatever they're coming up with marketing ideas is fantastic. Plus, I think that they hired a lot more. So I'm hoping that they're able to keep their employees cool, because yesterday it was only 92, I think it got up to, and I got sick from walking from the car to the park because it was so hot. And I'm like, if I feel like this and I'm going to cool off, how do these kids feel, watching us play in the water? And they're hot as heck. But so that was where my head was at all yesterday, was I'd had a really fun teenage years. My childhood was fun, but I don't remember taking family trips or road trips or anything like that until I was a teenager, because it was hard with my brother and his wheelchair. You can't bring luggage with you and a wheelchair, and it was tough. And I had a great teenage life in summer. I really did. I had awesome friends, and whether we were going to the mall or to each other's house to go swimming or to go to the lake, which I'm surprised to this day that we don't have extra limbs or body parts, because that lake is so gross. They've cleaned it up since I was little, but I cannot believe we played in that water. And if you're from back east, it's Grafton that I'm talking about. Because remember, in the 80s and 90s, there was trash, people could smoke, people brought their animals, there was poop, it was before poop bags and everything. Yeah, it was gross. beer cans. You'd find them in the water. Uh, but yeah. So those were some of my summer memories. What's some of yours? I hope that you're having a great day and a great week. Is there anything this summer that you're looking forward to? Have you started your summer yet? Do you have any vacations planned? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.